Hello everybody, I am Jarrett Ross, a GeneaVlogger, and welcome back to another Professional Genealogist Reacts. On today's video, I will be reacting to Relative Race Season 7, Episode 2.
Wait, what is this? Columbia Terrace! Columbia Terrace! Turn right!
Oh, there's cutting it.
Where's 8? Where's 8? There's 11.
Now we're gonna actually turn here.
No way!
On West Forward.
No way. West Forward, 123?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
This is it. 303. Let's do this.
I found out that I was adopted around age 12. My parents...
This is going to be emotional.
...were known. When I turned 16, I started to really wonder, why do I look the way I look? Why do I act the way I act?
Whenever they do these, like, they're about to meet the relatives and then kind of go into, like, the sad part of the story, sort of, or, like, you know, the emotional stuff, it's going to be a really big relative. So I'm guessing this is going to be a really emotional one.
Hi.
I'm Monica. I'm Katie.
I'm Madeline.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Whose relative are you? I'm your relative.
They look alike.
How are you related?
I'm your sister. I knew it when you walked out. It's so nice to meet you.
Such a good show.
And this is your niece.
Gosh,
You're beautiful. You're so pretty.
thank you. It's very nice to meet you. How old are you, Alan? I'm 6. You're 6. Delicious.
Give me another hug. This is crazy. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Katie Bird. I'm 37, and I'm Monica's sister. When she said that she was my sister,
So full sisters?
absolutely mind-blowing.
Oh, that's right. I think she had said that she was a middle child and that she was the only one given up.
I immediately went in for a hug and started crying, and I've never ever had a sibling before, and this just is the start of a journey to find a lot of answers.
We pull up to the house, and there's these 2 women just waiting outside for us.
Oh boy.
I was adopted when I was 9 months old. I'm on this show to find my mom and any siblings I potentially may have.
Is it another sibling?
Who I am and where I came from.
2 teams meeting siblings in a day? That'd be... Oh, they look so alike.
Casey.
I'm Sean.
Hi. And I'm Angie. Hi, Angie.
I'm Lynette.
Hi, Lynette. When Lynette shares with me her name, I instantly remember it from yesterday. And I know that she is either my mom or my aunt. And who are you related to?
I'm related to you, Casey,
I figured. I'm your cousin. Okay.
and I'm your aunt.
Welcome to the family. Hello. Thank you. This has been a long time coming. It was like in the crying. In that moment when Lynette shares with me that she's my aunt, my heart sank a little bit, but then it immediately turned to joy to know that I had another family member.
Your father is my brother.
Okay. I was hoping to always be able to ask my father's siblings whether or not they knew I existed, because I heard that he had other children, and so I wasn't sure if they either knew about me or knew enough to care.
Well, I have to tell you, I didn't even know that you existed. I didn't know that you were out there. It's surreal when you meet somebody that you never knew existed. You know, it's hard to put into words because it's DNA, and we look alike, and you know, you just...
You can just see how emotional that entire day was for her. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, that must have been so intense.
fit right into each other's lives like she never was gone. It was a big surprise, but we're so happy to meet you.
I'm happy to meet you too.
Super excited.
Meeting my aunt means so much to me because she can fill in more gaps in my life and answer more questions for me that I would have no access to otherwise.
Well, we have tons of questions for you, so would you like to come inside?
Yes, absolutely.
123. 123. Joe, great job. Thanks, my bro. Oh, I love you so much. You're the best navigator ever. That moment when you're walking up to meet your relative and you know it's going to change your life, it's hard to describe.
Hi. Hey, guys.
My name's Anthony, and this is my brother Joseph.
I'm Leanna Jones. So nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too. How are you related to us?
So we are related. We are first cousins on your mom's side of the family.
Sweet cousin.
I know. Hi. Can't believe you guys are twins. I love it. So when I hugged my cousins for the first time, I felt complete. The feels right now. You know how you have a feeling where there's just something missing and you don't know what it is, you don't know when it's gonna come, but you know when it does. How old are you guys?
28.
27. Oh, cool. So excited to talk to you guys and get to know each other and stuff. So
Yeah, me too.
you look so much like the other side of my family, like the cousins, all the boys. They like would fit right in, like literally crayons in a crayon box, like so perfectly.
Oh, here. Is this it? This is it. 146.
I'm Liz and this is Devin.
Devin. Nice to meet you. I'm Jerome.
Jerome, nice
Whose relative are you? Whose relative do you think I am?
Hers.
Either one of us.
Yeah? No guesses?
No, I'm not going for a guess.
Yours?
Maybe mine?
Yeah, you think so?
Possible.
Well, Devin, I'm Liz's father.
Wow.
I am Jerome Vincent Willis Sr. I'm Elizabeth's father.
He's rocking those Burberry glasses.
When Jerome said, Liz, I'm your dad, there wasn't a guarantee that I was going to get to hear those words from my biological father. There are just no words. I mean, that was just pure emotion at that point.
Yeah, they look alike.
Nice to meet you. I've been waiting for 9 months.
I've been waiting my whole life.
I didn't know. I found out in December. I said, what? I got a daughter. And instantly, I had love for you, like my other children. Instantly.
Being a part of that moment is the reason why we said yes to being on this show. I knew how much it meant.
Glad I had these.
She's my wife and I love her. It meant a lot to me.
Please, come on. Let's come inside. After Liz and I met, I was an emotional wreck.
You good, babe?
Yeah. Jerome, Devin, and I came into the house. I had to take a moment to collect myself, and basically I thought to myself, wow, did that just happen? And then I said, okay, am I going to be able to handle what comes next? So we've
These
got...
are for you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
So we've got some catching up to do.
After Liz and I met, it was so rewarding to both of us to share the story, my version. You know, I was a 19-year-old kid version. So, because Becky, your mother, we met. I was a freshman going into my sophomore year. She was an incoming freshman. we just started like dating. I took her out on my first date, was like going to get ice cream, and then we hung out and we started getting more and more involved.
Okay.
And then,
Okay.
so we broke up, not knowing she was already pregnant with you by me before we broke up. And I was a kid then, I was 19 years old, I was a kid, but mother would have helped me raise you.
I'm grateful that you're here for this moment, for this encounter. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to hear your story. I've had a wonderful life. My parents are so supportive, so nurturing. I've grown up very, very loved. Hearing how Jerome didn't even know about me actually gives me a sense of peace, and to see how kind, how warm he is, I'm really grateful that I've been connected to him and have the opportunity to get to know him.
I didn't know how she was going to receive me, and all I knew is that I have unlimited love, agape love. I have so much love for her. I got someone else for you to meet.
Okay.
So, can we go and...
I'm down for whatever. Okay.
Like her siblings.
My father, Kenneth Irving, has been in a nursing home for many years. He's also been in hospice. He's also survived Corona. And for this moment, to meet his granddaughter, I feel like he's held on with life to meet her. Hey, you finally made it. This is your granddad. This is Kenneth Irving. This is Elizabeth.
I'm Liz Dobson.
And this is her husband, Devin. Devin, this is Kenneth Irving. Nice to meet you, Kenneth. This is Liz. This is your granddaughter.
It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you all.
To get to meet my grandfather was huge, because my grandfather is obviously an important person in Jerome's life, and he's the first biological grandparent that I've gotten the opportunity to meet. And to hear what my grandfather had to go through just to make it to today is a blessing.
For 4 months, he's been in quarantine. He came out in quarantine, and he asked about you, and he said, "Welcome." What'd you say what'd you say when I told you about Liz coming? But you said, "Welcome to the family." Remember?
Yeah. That's wonderful. Thank you. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm so grateful. I don't think I've ever...
It's a shame he can't see her face without the mask in person. I mean, maybe they'll do something so they can, but yeah.
been speechless like this. Today is truly one of the most amazing days of my life. And
how could it not be?
So I have a lot of questions. I'm hoping that you can answer some of them.
I'll try. Whatever you want to talk about, I'm here.
So you have 3 siblings, right?
So there's a total of 4 of us.
Okay.
My brother, Donald, and then I have a sister, Sherry, and I have a sister, Jennifer.
So Donald's her father.
Has a lot of kids.
Am I one of them?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are one of them.
Am I the oldest or the youngest?
No, you're not the oldest, and you're not the youngest.
So I'm somewhere in the middle?
You're somewhere in the middle.
Today I found out that my father's name is Donald Miller, and he has been a singer his entire life. So now, with confidence, I can say that...
A musician with a lot of kids. That's not too surprising sometimes.
My musical abilities came directly from my father.
He learned to play music by ear, doesn't know how to read sheet music at all. And he started very, very young.
Is that like one of his passions, I'm assuming?
That's all, that is his whole world. Are you in music?
I went to school for voice performance.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
We met both going to school for opera.
Really?
Yeah.
Opera?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've always wondered why I love music so much, and now I know. It's because it's in my bloodline.
That is the one thing that he is so passionate about.
I'm really happy that I get to be part of your guys' family now.
For sure. Forever.
Forever and ever.
Yeah, I mean, we got so much in common, and
I think we look alike, so.
Yeah, they do. And she looks like her cousin. Like those two, her cousin looks like her with blonde hair, basically.
Yeah. Yes. Do you remember when your mom was pregnant?
I do. I was 4. My mom had me really young, and she was still really young with you.
Which is like part of why, I don't know, part of me was thinking like, if she was 16, that would make more sense. You know what I mean? So young.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, in my head I was like, she was 16, she couldn't handle it, and then
I think
26, you know, you're...
and having one kid already.
Right, and maybe that's what pushed it, you know, over the edge. Like, I have one, I don't know if I can handle more right now. I found out that my birth mother went through some really tough stuff, and I don't know exactly what that is yet, but I know that she was trying to make the best decision for me.
It was kind of known in our family that around your birthday was a really, really, really hard time. I always fought with my mom and me because she was always just really sad. And I always tried not to.
I didn't even know if you guys, like, even thought about me. Like, I didn't even know that you even thought about me.
You were never not on her heart, ever.
Hearing that I wasn't forgotten about was really touching, because I didn't know if they thought about me on my birthday, or if they thought about me when I turned certain ages, or if anything. I didn't know if I was simply forgotten about.
It was good to be able to express to her that while she wasn't with us physically, she was there with us in our hearts.
Do you have siblings?
I do.
How many?
2.
Okay, how old are they?
They are 30.
Oh, they're both 30.
They're both 30.
Twins?
They are twins.
Both same parents.
As me.
Yes.
Really? Oh my gosh. I have like full-blown siblings. Meeting my sister Katie today, it was really emotionally healing. And to find out I have more siblings to meet on this journey,
And
just
twins,
makes me
no
even
less.
more excited to go out and to continue this race.
What was it like growing up for you?
My life growing up was very different. So I did have a rough childhood growing up between like 14 and 19 when I moved out. Didn't have much contact with my biological mother, but it was really rough. I was probably forced into being an adult and growing up at an earlier age than I would have liked.
I learned that my cousin Leanna is a very strong individual, not someone that folded when times got tough. Instead of giving up, she continued, she trudged on.
How was your upbringing? How did you guys grow up? Was it rough? Was it easy?
In a nutshell, it was difficult. We had a lot of factors set in place. The parents, like our adoptive parents, they provided for us, but there wasn't really love. There wasn't really like that connection, And so me and Anthony, we kind of always stuck together.
I would say that my ultimate goal for our family is I want us to just be there for each other. Like, just love each other. That's it. I just want us to be there for each other, love each other. When we need each other, we're there. And I know that we may not do it perfectly all the time, but that's okay.
I think the boys are going to be beneficial to our family healing, because right now, whoever talks to each other, whoever doesn't. And if the boys are involved, we're all going to want to be involved. And I feel like they are enough to rip off any Band-Aid and let whatever needs to be heal, so that we can all be happy. And ultimately, I feel like my family will come together, not for us, but for them.
So these are some pictures. So these are your siblings.
Wow.
So you have Jennifer, Jerome Jr.,
Okay.
and Angelica. And this is me and Jennifer and Angelica.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
That's wild.
That is.
That's
And
you.
Angelica.
That's you.
It's like,
That's you.
well, I feel like everything about this picture, like there's facial features, but then also the excitement about the food in the picture.
I was glad to be able to sit down with Elizabeth and to share pictures of her siblings. As I looked at those pictures, I thought about, all this time I've only thought I had 3 children when I have 4. And I wish that she was in the picture.
What was super cool about seeing the pictures of my siblings, in addition to seeing all of the resemblance that we have, is that even though our childhoods weren't spent together, I feel like I can get a sense of their personalities. I have a feeling that we'll be able to pick up and just move forward as if like we've known each other for a long time. Well, this was a nice bonus treat today for sure. Oh man, this is exciting. Oh, this is so exciting. I absolutely hope that I get to meet my siblings on this journey because part of me feels like we would just like be BFFs. And it's like, it's better than I can imagine.
I imagine she'll meet the siblings. If not in relative race, outside of it.
Close, and once again, it's time to deliver the results. Welcome, teams, to another day of relative race. Day 2 is now officially in the books. We have your times, and we'll get to that in a moment. But first, let's talk about this morning. Team Blue won the game day benefit, which means they hit the road first. Yesterday, I think you surprised everybody by finishing in first. You have a 5-minute head start, and then it just kind of goes downhill from there, guys.
We had the directions from our relative, and he said turn left at the church, and then we went by like 12 churches, so I didn't know which Baptist church. There was Tremont Baptist, Missionary Baptist, Ebenezer Baptist. There was like tons of Baptist churches, and I'm like, which one is it? Of course, we make the wrong turn, and it's like, ugh.
Well, again, we'll see if you were able to make up the time, because once you got to the challenge, I think Liz might have been the one that was the happiest. Liz, you pride yourself on being able to solve puzzles.
Well, you know, I am a huge fan of puzzles, and it's something I do for fun. So I was especially excited when I read that challenge card and immediately recognized it was going to be a puzzle. I was like, oh, this is going to be a good time no matter what. I'm pretty sure I'm going to crush it.
What about Team Black? Sean, I think it's fair to say that you now have a love-hate, well, maybe it's better to say you have a hate-hate relationship with your survival GPS unit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to survive.
Liz, you had better luck with your GPS. Who did it lead you to?
I think both of us were expecting it to be Devin's relative.
But in fact, it turned out to be my biological father.
Oh. And this is my father, Jerome.
And yet, the day wasn't over for you.
I was like still reeling from processing the fact that I met my dad, and then he says, okay, well, I've got somebody else for you to meet. An older gentleman that happens to be my grandfather.
Let's turn to the Chapmans. Was there a good ending to a less than perfect day?
Absolutely. Today
I got to meet one of my aunts and my cousin.
This is Lynette
and Angie.
Right away we connected, and it was just this amazing moment. And we were actually looking through some photos. I just wanted to show you this one.
I brought a random picture of me when I was 16, 17 years old. It was like a school photo.
And I just want to show this real quick. So this one is my picture. And that is her, Lynette.
Oh, wow. You guys look like sisters.
It was like super weird.
Team Green, after the challenge, you guys have dialed in those coordinates and you head right to your relative. Who did you meet on the other side of the door?
This was a super, super special day for us. We did well in the race, but it was even better when I got to meet this relative. And this is Katie,
my sister.
We have the same smile.
And that is awesome.
I've never ever met any biological family, and to meet someone so close on day 2 is just, it's so nice to have a sister, a big sister at that. And I have a niece as well, so I've never had any nieces or nephews.
We met our first cousin on our mother's side, Leanna. She's lovely. Yes.
Thank you.
You know what? Your eyes right there, your eyes and her eyes are identical. That's the power of relative race. And I'm so glad that you guys pushed through all the way to the end today. But I'm afraid someone has to receive a strike.
Okay, I predict red will have won the day and that blue will get the strike. I hate to say it, but blue just... They didn't make, they had the 5 minutes, but then they really got screwed up on that. They went the wrong, or not, they didn't know where they were going. They got lost, and then they had trouble with the puzzle. So I think both of those combined just, and then red just was quick with that puzzle. She loves puzzles, so I think that's what it's going to be. But there is a possibility it might be black who won. Maybe.
Finishing in first place. 11 minutes over their allotted time. What a great turnaround from worst to first for Team Green.
Really? Was not expecting that.
11 minutes over your allotted time. You guys...
I didn't think they were going to be last or anything like that, but I was not expecting them to be first.
Killed it. You crushed it today.
We can sleep tonight.
So now, who's safe for another day? And who will pick up their first strike?
Red will be second. Red will be second.
18 minutes over their allotted time, and finishing in second place is Team Black.
Oh, I'm completely wrong. But blue will get last. I hate to say it because I'm definitely a team blue, but I think they got last today.
Second again, but at the same time, we're not getting a strike, so...
And finished in third place. Congratulations to Team Red. Team Blue, you went from first to worst. You finished 1 hour and 5 minutes over your allotted time. You finished in first yesterday. You do pick up the strike today, but it's only your first strike. Team Green, you have a strike. Team Blue, you have a strike. Team Red.
I think every season the hope is that each team will get 2 strikes before any go out. That way every team gets to day 9 at least. And then there's 3 teams for the final day.
Team Black, you're both safe, but tomorrow we'll bring all new challenges.
Well, we didn't get we didn't get a too, so I'll take second place.
Meeting my birth dad today has been amazing. And now that I know I have siblings out there, I am that much more motivated to stay in this race so I get to meet them.
Getting a strike today was no surprise to me. I knew where we had went wrong.
Yeah.
And where we could.
So you guys only have 1 strike,
It's true.
Good. We'll be all right.
I really got to see how much I actually do need Joe. Best part of the day was you, though.
All right. Another good episode as always. I was a little surprised that Red didn't win. I really thought they did. Very surprised that Green did. I was not expecting that. It is funny how from the first day, the team that got first got last, and the team that got last got first on the second day. So we'll just have to see what happens. Really cool that they had, a lot of really emotional ones, especially Team Red meeting her father, Team Green meeting her sister. Some big ones to meet. I get the feeling that they probably had Team Red meet her father just so they could get her to meet the grandfather, ASAP. He's obviously gone through a lot. He's very old. He seemed pretty sharp with it though, so he could be around for years and years. But there wasn't a whole lot of genealogy on today's episode. They didn't really look at family trees or anything. Everyone was fairly close of a relative. I think the furthest was the first cousin, and then there was the first cousin and the aunt, and then a sister and a father and a grandfather. So all very close relatives for today's. None of the, well, I'm my first cousin once removed, or second cousin, or, we're just generic DNA relatives. Well, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. Also, be sure to click right about here if you'd like to subscribe. It is completely free to do so. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at GeneaVlogger. I'm the GeneaVlogger. I will see you in my next video.